Hey everyone, welcome to BNN. My name is Ben. Crazy exciting morning for MCU fans. Finally, Marvel released the main trailer for Avengers Endgame out of nowhere. We're gonna watch this trailer scene by scene. We're gonna break it down. They made no announcement, no nothing. I bet this trailer gets about 40 million views by tomorrow morning. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna break this down scene by scene, any details you may have missed. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm giving away 2 Blu-ray copies of Avengers Infinity War, as well as some cool Marvel related stuff. All you gotta do to enter is like this video and leave your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and I will pick 4 winners. With that being said, let's watch the trailer.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
As you can see, this trailer begins with flashback shots, as they did during the Super Bowl, but these shots are specifically centered around the main Avengers. First, Iron Man. Here we see it's an extended version of Tony's message to Pepper on the Benatar. He made some callbacks to the cave in the first Iron Man because this is another situation that he's facing just like the one in the first movie. He also mentions a callback to how he fell in love with Pepper. In other words, he's not too sure if he's going to make his way back home. He's not sure he's going to survive. I just want to point out 2 quick things. One, as you can see, the Benatar is dead in space, and clearly it was damaged when Thanos threw the whole freaking moon at the planet. And 2, if you notice, there's a pattern. In the first trailer, it starts off with Tony Stark speaking. In the second trailer, again, it starts off with Tony Stark speaking. I think it might be subliminal. It must mean that Tony might end up making some sacrifice. I don't know. Let's just see. Moving on.
The world has changed. None of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
Peggy is obviously speaking to Captain America. Remember in Captain America, she was talking to him when she was on her deathbed, and she's saying sometimes the best thing you can do is start over. Marvel's obviously hinting that they're doing some sort of time travel thing. We see Hawkeye and his family. He's teaching his daughter how to shoot an arrow. Basically, they're clearly hinting that Hawkeye lost his family in the snap. And you can see Black Widow, she's crying as sort of she's sharing her grief with him when she runs over to meet him because he's gone full Ronin because his family's dead. And of course, Captain America in that group therapy session too. They're just showing you their state after the snap. Moving on.
I saw all these people die.
I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
So we see Thor's flashbacks. They're basically reminding us about the decimation again. And Thor's talking about how he saw all these people die. They're still showing you how much Thor regrets not going for the head. That's basically what this is. And then we see Captain America talking about how he always tells people they have to move on. And he's like, but nah, not us. We can't move on. Black Widow's hair is long. So I said there was time that took place after Infinity War. There have to be some sort of time jump. Might not be a couple years, but a couple of months after the snap. They're having some dialogue at the Avengers HQ. That's what this part is about.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
Couple of interesting shots here. Scott Lang is looking at what appears to be his old house. Time has passed because it looks abandoned. And you can see the missing posters. Scott just came out of the quantum realm. Then we see a new Quinjet flying in the city. Black Widow and Hawkeye, they're in the Benatar now. They're not in the Quinjet. Let me just make that perfectly clear. Hawkeye seems to be running away from a blast that he caused, or he seems to be running away from, obviously it's an explosion, but this has to be some sort of fight sequence. I don't know if this is with him with the Avengers, but I do see somewhere in the end of the trailer does turn around and point his arrow at somebody in this cave. War Machine has a completely upgraded armor, as we saw in all the leaks. Rocket has his original suit from the original Guardians of the Galaxy, and it looks like they might be on Titan 2. They might be ready to fight Thanos because in the beginning, they don't really know that they could do time travel until they run into Scott Lang. They might go and fight Thanos, and then when they lose again, they run into Scott, and they find out that they can go through time. But let's move on.
We will. Whatever it takes.
it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Captain America definitely looks like he's outside Avengers headquarters talking to somebody. Could be Black Widow, could be Hawkeye. Then a really good shot of Hawkeye as Ronin. He's back with the Avengers again. Now here's an interesting scene with Ant-Man suited up inside Avengers HQ. But then as you could see, he looks intrigued, should I say? And behind him, you could see reflection coming off from the back. Captain Marvel, it could be the quantum realm, but there's something in front of him that's glowing. I have a theory that this is a moment that is recreated where he's back in Wakanda and he's like, I need to go for the head now. He's looking at Stormbreaker thinking about something. And now we see Nebula, you see a crash behind her, and this is sort of reminiscent to Infinity War when she showed up on Titan. She's got her swords out and she's definitely fighting Thanos. This is probably on Titan too. Like I said, Rocket was able to trace an energy surge all the way to Thanos, so they're probably gonna go fight Thanos, and this is the scene where they're fighting him. And then of course we see Hawkeye, like I said, he's pointing an arrow at somebody inside a cave. Let me know what y'all think, where this actually is, if this is an Avengers mission or if this is his own personal Ronin mission. And then this is an extended version of Black Widow doing some badass gun range shooting.
Whatever it takes.
I like this one.
We saw this scene in the Super Bowl trailer, but it was very, very short. I had a theory that this is some fight sequence, and I think he's fighting Thanos, and Captain America looks like he's really hurt right now. And like I said, remember Rocket and War Machine was standing and there was some sort of dark grayish background? This might be on Titan too. They might be going, and this is when they're all fighting Thanos, because as you can see, he doesn't have his quantum realm suit on. So my theory is that they just all go before they prepare any other of those suits, and that's when they get their ass kicked by Thanos. Then they're gonna come back. Scott Lang looks like he's pushing a lever, and we see water here. We also see some sort of wire that's hooked up to it. Could be inside a suit, could be inside of some sort of device they have set up. I'm still gonna do some research on this, but moving on, Tony, Hawkeye, and Black Widow all have this quote that they say they're doing whatever it takes to get everybody back. We see this shot that we've seen in all of the trailers. Everyone, as we saw in the previous leaks of everyone in quantum realm suits. I was so happy to see this. I'm gonna tell you in the order that they're all walking. So the front three, Captain America, Tony Stark, Black Widow, and then behind all three of them we have Nebula. Ant-Man is standing beside her, and then you have Hawkeye behind them, and he's walking next to War Machine. Now one thing that's interesting is there are a couple of people missing from this. In the Super Bowl we saw Rocket walking with them. Now we don't see Rocket, and neither do we see Professor Hulk, Thor, or Captain Marvel. My theory is Marvel has CGI'd them out. They don't want us to see Professor Hulk yet. They're probably going to show us in some sort of TV spot. Even in the poster they came out with today, they even showed the Hulk. I don't know why they excluded Rocket, Thor, and Captain Marvel out of there, but they might be on separate missions. Thor might be going with Captain Marvel to assemble an army. Rocket might be doing something else. There must be a specific reason for this. Then, of course, the last scene is the scene I broke down to you guys, the Disney shareholders meeting footage that they released last week. But anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And again, I'm giving away 2 Blu-ray copies of Avengers Infinity War, as well as some cool Marvel related stuff. All you have to do to enter is leave a comment below on your theories and thoughts on Endgame. Leave a like and subscribe. This is the road to 500 subscribers. I'm almost there. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.